Welcome back to the King's Corner. I am the King's Fan Man and KingFanMan, and we are here for the KingCast live. Good to see everybody. We are going to talk Bethesda. We're going to talk gaming, and I hope y'all are ready for another podcast about all things Bethesda and all things gaming. Hey, Very Berry, you are first at the KingCast, and you didn't even have to say first. Hey, what's up? Hey, Big T, how's everything going? Are you still antheming? How's it going? There is Sinister. We have a celebrity in the house. I want you to know Mr. Nate Perkapile commented on his house in Fallout. That's just amazing. So I want everybody just go, we're not worthy. We're not worthy to Sinister. So we're not worthy. We're not worthy. Nate Perkapile. If y'all don't know who Nate Perkapile is, he is the lead artist at Bethesda Game Studios, who has done Elder Scrolls. He has done all the Fallouts. I mean, all the way back to Fallout 3. This guy is an amazing artist. And he commented on Sinister's newest house where he built it in the cranberry bog right below one of the those beautiful red forests with all the stuff going. And Nate not only commented, Nate actually retweeted Sinister's pictures. So we are really unworthy. So congratulations, Sinister. That is so amazing. That is wonderful. I just thought that was so spectacular. So neat. Let's see. Other than that big news, and that is huge news, I've got some cool news about the Sheepsquatch in Fallout 76. If y'all want to talk about that, I'm really wanting, since James talked about Assassin's Creed, I'm really wanting the Steelbook Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If anybody sees it for a bargain and wants to get me an early birthday present, that would be great. Not that I asked for anything really big around here. Patch 9 is coming out in May, they just said, very. Bethesda just got through saying it's not coming out until May, so but it's the very first part of May. So you can look for it the very first part of May. Hey, Manos, you are just perfectly on time. How's that? You're perfectly on time. Let me start telling everybody hello. I was already jumping into news. I was getting excited. There's always a lot going on in my head. Let me see what's Very Berry, Big T, Timmy, James, P.A. Pep. Is that Heath? I think. I don't know. My mind's terrible. If it's not, tell me. Manos, Vault Girl. Hey, Vault Girl. Zonder Bunny. Got a lot of people jumping on. Thanks, guys, for being here. Oh, we've already got 18 or more here. Great, guys. So good that y'all showed up. Thank y'all. Y'all humbled me by being here. I'm so glad you shortened your name. Yes, that's great. It's not post-apocalyptic Pep anymore now. You're throwing me. You're making me remember all kinds of stuff now. My lupus makes me forget anyway. And now I've got to remember all these different screen names I have to remember, and I don't do a good job of that anyway. And now you're changing them. Oh, that's Nick was telling me on Twitter the other day. He said, you answered me on the KingCast like I was a stranger the other day. And I didn't want to tell him on Twitter, and maybe he's already listening. I still don't know what his YouTube name is. So when he comes on today, I'll probably answer him again like he's a stranger because I don't know what his YouTube name is. Zonderbunny's asking, let's see. KingFanMan, did you know there's a new random event where you can find a Sheepsquatch nest? Okay, we're jumping right into the Sheepsquatch. No, I did not know that. I need you to fill me in on it because I do have some Sheepsquatch information. Every time I've started a video like 4 times and I keep getting more evidence about the real Sheepsquatch, and I scrap my video and I start back over again. There is no doubt a real Sheepsquatch coming, and the evidence just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting. I actually found, well, I didn't, excuse me. Another one of my subscribers, Ghost, found, what was it? 12 dead Brahmin. It was very close to my camp. 12 dead Brahmin, and heard the Sheepsquatch howl over it. Also, two other subscribers, Chimmy was one of them. Most of y'all know Chimmy on here. They also heard the Sheepsquatch howl. If you don't know what the Sheepsquatch howl is, you can hear it on our Discord channel, on my Discord channel. Also, there is a holotape now in the game where it is confirmed that it is the Sheepsquatch howl. You'll find it at one of the Sheepsquatch side quests where it is confirmed to be the Sheepsquatch howl, and I'm just calling it a howl because it sounds like a howl. And we heard that over these dead Brahmin. So when you see dead Brahmin in the wasteland, if you're seeing more dead Brahmin in the wasteland, that is because of the Sheepsquatch. Bethesda's doing that on purpose. So I'm trying to catch up with y'all, and I will. I promise. Y'all may have to. I may have to slow this down just a little bit, but that's what's going on. That's some of the things that I'm finding. But the real Sheepsquatch is coming. So I'm so excited about what's going on. But I'll be revisiting with y'all in just a little bit one of the side quests, and I forget what it's for. It's not one of the taxidermy mounts. It's actually for a recipe. Gives you the most information on the Sheepsquatch of any of them. And there's a lot of evidence there on that side quest, and not many people are going to this side quest. Hey, Dedrick, good to see you. Glad you stopped in as well. James says this is a different type of mission because it doesn't track on the mini map. That is true as well. Very Berry says, just reminding you all to collect your daily Easter egg at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's true. If you're on Fallout 76, they are giving away Easter eggs, Deathclaw Easter eggs. And I don't know if y'all saw my tweet yesterday. I am just wondering if Bethesda is trolling us by after Easter, maybe these Easter eggs are going to all hatch inside our house with death claws, or maybe the mama will come finding them, one or the other. I don't know. Bethesda might do something like that to us. Okay, Zonder Bunny says, KingFanMan, the nest has some dead Brahmin. You hear the howl, and there's some very familiar quills in the nest. Okay, and that also ties back to that side quest as well. And by the way, I do believe we're going to be getting a gun, a weapon that shoots those quills called the Little Beastie. That's just for y'all. That is not confirmed. I'm basing that all on a holotape. But I do believe we're going to be getting a weapon that shoots those same quills that the Sheepsquatch shoots, called the Little Beastie. Y'all write that down. I'm not doing it by data mined information. That's all based on a holotape and my just my intuition. Okay. The quills that you find belong to the Sheepsquatch. Yes, they do. Absolutely. No doubt. Zonder Bunny says, you're paranoid now, right? Napoleon. Hey, Napoleon. What's going on, bud? Glad you made the KingCast. You stick around this time, okay? Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a gun. I believe it's going to be a gun that shoots the those quills out of it. Okay, until y'all ask other questions, I'll tell you what I found going on at this other place. You can spawn this side quest, and I don't remember where it starts. It's the where is it? Crazy Larry's Meat and Eat, something like that. Hey, Tony. Is that it, guys? Crazy Larry's Meat and Eat? Is that where it starts? Y'all help me. Those of you that know what I'm talking about. This is one of the unmarked side quests. There's only 2 right now for the Sheepsquatch. Anyway, when you get to the house, you find this crazy scene. You find blood everywhere. You find the quills. You find a dead Brahmin, but you find 2 skeletons with quills in them. But the deal is, what you really want to do, and I'm going to make a video on this, so I'm not going to go in depth here. There are 2 holotapes, and you really want to listen really close to those holotapes, because again, one of the holotapes you will get to hear the Sheepsquatch, the howl of the Sheepsquatch on it. So it's really cool. Texas Weeds, hey brother, how are you? So good to see you. Glad you made the KingCast. That is great. I hope you're not calling me toxic, please. Has anyone found out what the gut shrooms are for? Oh, those are the ones, yeah, down in the new burrows. I don't know. I saw those. I have no idea. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Good to see you, sir. Glad you made the KingCast as well. I really want player vending to be this Tuesday. Yeah, it's coming in May. I'm sorry. Toxic Larry's. That's what you were. Thank you, Texas Weeds. I'm sorry. I wasn't following. Yes, it's Toxic Larry's. Thank you, Ghost. Toxic Larry's Meat and Eat or something like that is the place. The camera as well is coming. All that's supposed to be coming patch 9 in May. So it's kind of all been pushed back. I don't believe we're getting anything else in April, as far as I know. Vault Girl, the burrows, burrows is good. It's a nice little quest. And it's a good thing that you can do over and over and over again. And everybody griped about it, but now they found out that it's the best place to nuke. So they griped way too soon. So that's kind of funny as well. Y'all pardon me, I can't find a good place to set my tea. So a lot going on with Fallout 76. I do find that they have been delaying stuff a little bit, and I don't mind that. As long as they're trying to get things right, that's fine. You know, they've delayed the camera twice now. Or no, they delayed player vending twice, and they delayed the camera once. But that's fine. If they're trying to get it right and not be buggy, that's fine. I would rather them do that. So, because, you know, we just got new content. So there's no rule that says, you know, we have to have content now. We have to have content here. But this is it. Okay. This is what we're getting. The next, what everybody thought was the big dungeon. They thought the burrows was going to be the big dungeon, but it's not. The big dungeon is going to be the one under Arcos Pharma. That's the big one, okay? That's the one they were talking about at PAX East. That's the one that they were talking about is the best Fallout atmosphere ever. I cannot wait for the dungeon under Arcos Pharma. It's got over 2 levels deep, and we're going to find out what all those recipes were for, and everything's going to fit together. So that's, I get excited when I think about that. Mano says, can anyone make an educated guess as to whether they're making any money from the store? Meaning the Atomic Shop, is that what you're asking? Boy, I don't know, Manos. I hope they are, because that's going to be the only thing that keeps the game going. If they're not making money, then the game will be short-lived. You know, people gripe about these. And I've got to go on just a mini rant, okay, here. And it's really kind of ruffling my feathers just a little bit. People are griping about these microtransactions, and I understand to a point. But there is a YouTube channel, very popular YouTube channel that used to be a Bethesda channel that is now openly telling people to boycott games of Bethesda's, and y'all may know who I'm talking about, Blades and Fallout 76, because of some of the microtransaction practices. But we're talking about content that is free, guys. If their microtransactions does not make money, those games literally go away. If they do not make money, the games stop, you see. So Fallout 76 is a game they want to keep going. And the more money it makes, the better content it will be for us. I don't think people realize that. Well, they want to gripe about these microtransactions. You don't have to purchase them, but the more money they make on them, the better it is for us with the free content, you see. And it's the same way with Blades as well. The more money they make on the Blades free content, I mean, the microtransactions, the better free content they're going to have as well. So I know there's a happy medium in there that you have to hit, but constantly griping about the microtransactions and telling people to boycott games, I think that's going way too far. Big T says Anthem content might be delayed as well. Yeah. When you go online, there is something with multiplayer games that it's just a step harder than a single player game to do the content. I remember when Bethesda was getting ready to do Fallout 76, and I remember there were like three other outside developers that were like, whoa, they were pretty much saying to Bethesda, you're about to bite off more than you can chew, because they knew how hard a multiplayer game was. Sonder Bunny says they are hype. He's hyped for Arcos as well, and I am too. Manos says, and I just lost it because I'm running my mouth. Exactly. That's why I asked. I actually hope they're making some, because I doubt they'll keep new content at this pace come 2020. Yeah, and I have lost all. Well, y'all know I try not to talk bad about people, but I've just lost all feelings what I had for some people. Let's see. I don't mind microtransactions, but I do mind loot boxes and being able to buy advantages. So for me, the atomic shop is fine. Honestly, I'd be willing to buy some stuff if they were a little cheaper. I really don't want to spend $8 on one item of clothing. I do understand that, but I think you got to look at it a little bit different than that. And I do understand that, because I mean, it does correlate that way when you look at how much you spend for a atom and then how much you get for it. But look at how many free atoms you get as well. And you do have to put that into the equation. You have to put that into the equation. I mean, I have literally been playing, what has it been, 6-7 months now? I don't even know exactly right off the top of my head. But I've got like 1,500 atoms now, and I've spent a bunch. I mean, I've bought a bunch as far as stuff, and I haven't spent a dime, and I've still got 1,500 atoms. So they're pretty liberal giving atoms away. So that's got to, that's got to correlate in there a little bit. And I know that's part of marketing. I know that's trying to get people involved in buying the store. I know that's part of it as well. But that's why that does raise the prices a little bit. It's kind of like a store raising the prices and then running a sale. Okay. Is it really a sale if you raise the price and run a sale? No. But you have to you have to put that, you know, in your mind and go, okay, so are you really paying $8 if they've given you, you know, 4 of the bucks? Does that make sense? I'm trying to make it make sense. But anyway, Very Berry says, I don't think that these are pay to win. I don't get why people keep saying that. Well, I could jump in there, but there are a couple of guys that are, for some reason, they have gotten to be really anti-Bethesda, really, really bad. And I mean, they're looking to be anti-Bethesda, and they're making mountains out of molehills on everything. And I mean, when you are openly telling your people to boycott games, that's, I mean, I don't know. I can't get past that. Timmy says, I would buy a Foshnot beret if they. Did you not get your Foshnot beret yet? I am disappointed in my Kingsman. Come on, guys. If y'all are on Xbox and have a Foshnot beret, Mr. Timmy Hill needs a Foshnot beret. Anybody on Xbox calling all Kingsmen in any Kingsman, and I'm with you too. I would love one of them Foshnot berets. I didn't get one on any platform, Timmy. I would love one of them as well. No, he's on Xbox. He needs one on Xbox. Napoleon says, I usually go to the Atom store for free stuff, but I haven't been on there in like a week or two. You know, it makes me feel a little bit guilty because all I've done is go on there for free stuff. You know, I guess I need to support the game that I love so much. Zonderbunny says, if anybody's on PS4 that wants a Foshnot beret, he has an extra one. By the way, if anybody's on PC that wants a white wolf hat, I've definitely got a white wolf hat for you. Manos says, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind spending 10 or 15 or even 20 if I get my money's worth. For example, if for $20 you can get a massive set of building items for your camp. And I agree. I was not disagreeing that the prices are too high, Manos, and I think you know that. Big T says that is the sign of someone who can loop farm for atoms. Yeah. Big T also says any YouTuber who tells someone to boycott a game it only hurts the rest of the gaming community. I agree with that too. Timmy says, thanks, King. Yes, y'all please help. There is Kaiser again. How's it going? It is going well, sir. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Zonderbunny said he bought some atoms. It was money well spent because he bought the silver shroud and the poodle skirt. That's a odd two things to buy. Tony, I will save a wolf hat for you. Absolutely. It is in my stash box, and I will save it right there for you. Somebody just told Manos that she found a beret during Foshnot, but we're playing on PC. Wait, I'll take it. Chimmy says he has a Sheepsquatch mask, but we're going to turn this into the trading show today. Chimmy has a Sheepsquatch mascot head if anybody wants it on PC. There's Jack the Lumberjack. Hey, Jack. There's DJ. Hey, DJ. Thank y'all for showing up. We got a lot of people on here. Thank y'all for watching the KingCast today. I don't think, Very says, I don't think the Foshnot masks are quite rare just yet. No, they're not. They're not worth anything yet either. I think these will become valuable if more newbies start playing. Yes, absolutely. That reminds me also, I have some extra white wolf fedoras as well. That's on PS4. If you want a white wolf hat on PS4, Zonderbunny has some. For a powerful sniper rifle, I don't have a legendary one, but I can make her one. Let's see. Hey, I play Fallout 76 now. All right, DJ, good deal. I hope you're enjoying it a little bit. Napoleon says, are Bethesda still doing some challenges that tell people to get naked? No, we haven't had one of those in a long time. That's good. I may have one of the Foshnot plans if anyone needs it on Xbox. That's good. Do you have, Kaiser, do you happen to have a beret on Xbox? That's what Timmy's looking for. That's the big thing we're looking for. And as we always say, this is a subscriber-driven podcast. So anything y'all want to talk about, I'm sorry, we've been dominated right now talking about. We've been sheep squatching and trading stuff. But if y'all have got anything you want to talk about, please throw it out there. Anything that's going on in gaming is up for grabs. I know there's a lot going on right now before E3. Whatever's on your mind, y'all can throw it out, and I will try to bat it back to you. Very Berry says, are you free to play on Wednesday, King? I am Red Spider 76. Oh, Red Spider, yeah, I know you. We did play a little bit before on Xbox. As you know, on Xbox right now, see, I'm still not home. Y'all know this is not home. I'm at as I call it, the King's mother. I'm still at my mother's house right now. But when I get back to my home, the King's Corner, is when I'm going to catch up. I've got so many people that I've got to play with on PS4 and on Xbox. But yes, I'll just add you to the list. Right now, when I'm away from home, all I can play is the PC because I have my laptop. So sorry about that. Mano says, so how can we make sure KingFanMan gets an invite for Bethesda's conference? Yes, please. I've already sent it in. Sent 3 of them in, by the way. What if we spam Bethesda's invite responsible team? I'm going to E3 whether I get into Bethesda's conference or not, but boy, I would sure like to be sitting in there. Absolutely. I would hate to have to stand outside and watch it on the TV screen. I sure would. I sure would like it. Now, I bet you he'll give it to you, Timmy. You don't have to pay 1,000 caps. Oh my word. Yeah, everybody yell at Todd now. He's watching. He's always watching the KingCast. Absolutely. Invite KingFanMan to E3. That's right. Hey, if Nate Perkapile is retweeting Sinister stuff, then Sinister's got some pull with Bethesda, right? So Sinister needs to talk to Nate Perkapile, and Nate Perkapile can talk to Todd for me. That's perfect. That would be great. What do you guys think? Any surprises going to happen this year at E3? We'll start with Bethesda. What do y'all think? Any surprises going to come out of Bethesda this year? First of all, let's start with BGS. Is anything? No Starfield, anything like that going to surprise us this year? Y'all know what I think, so I ain't got to tell you again what I think this year. Yes, Doom is coming. Doom Eternal. I can't wait for Doom Eternal. Manos, do you think it's possible that Arcane could have a new game this year? Could reveal a new game? I really hope. Oh, bless your heart, Timmy. Oh, thank you so much. You are so nice, so sweet. Bless your heart. Y'all are so nice to me. And I don't even have what's his name? The little cusser. We'll have to tell the queen to do the little cusser when we get back to the court. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. You think Starfield will be fully announced and released May of 2020? I think it'll be November, but we're very close. A new Dishonored. I really think it's going to be maybe I hope it's going to be a new IP from Arcane. I would love a new Arcane game, just a whole new IP. But there is actually an Arcane game Yeah, Walter, thank you. There's an arcane game, an old arcane game that they were working on that they stopped, and y'all are going to have to help me with my memory. They had it about a quarter of the way done, maybe even more, because it was part way playable. And come on, Manos, you're the arcane guy. What was the game that was part way playable that Arcane worked on? We're talking about years ago now, but they may have revived that and worked on that. I would love to see it was a spy type game that they were working on. Let's see. James says Bethesda Game Studios has released games in the springtime before, but not in a long time. Very true. Drop me a message. Oh, he's talking to Timmy. And again, Timmy, I thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all are awesome. I have a question since Timmy did that awesome super chat. And as y'all know, I have the super chat now. Since I'm going to E3 and I need to announce this anyway, at 6 o'clock my time, which is Central Time, tonight, I'm doing a live stream, and I believe it's going to be on Twitch, on the Lost Prophet's Twitch channel. If y'all know Lost Prophet, y'all please watch. He is doing a E3 fundraiser so he can go to E3. And so I'm going to play with him tonight for an hour or two, however long, to help him raise some money for his E3 trip. And I said, that's an awesome idea. I think I'm going to steal your idea, but I'm going to talk to my subscribers first. What do you, and really, if y'all don't like it, I'll say no, because I don't want y'all to just think I'm trying to beg money. What do you guys think about having a podcast and a live stream to try to raise a little bit of money to go to E3? Because that's going to be super expensive to try to go to Los Angeles for me and Wolfman and stuff. Just a question. What do y'all think? Let's see. Mano says, only know of Dark Messiah. No, that's not it. There's another one. I'm going to have to look it up, Manos. I cannot remember it right off the top of my head. Let's see. Heath says, I'm sticking with my theory that BGS will announce Fallout 76 will be available for single player, co-op, or offline play, or private server play. The new mode will coincide with the release of Wastelanders DLC. Wow. That would be awesome. Big T says, do it, KingFanMan. Do it. Was it The Crossing? That sounds familiar. That may be it. That may be. Oh, Vault Girl, you're gonna make me cry. Quit. Thank you, Vault Girl. The Crossing sounds legit. That sounds like it. Since Walter ain't here to say bad things, I don't know what to say. Thank you, Vault Girl. I can just smile and go, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Timmy, and thank you, Vault Girl. When y'all see the orange and yellow up there at the top, that's some very nice people that's been super nice to me and giving me a super chat. I think it was The Crossing. I think that does sound right. I'll have to look that up. James says it wouldn't be out of the question for Bethesda Game Studios to release Starfield in the spring of 2020, The Elder Scrolls 3, and The Elder Scrolls 4 in the spring. Ghost says, which means to my idea. And let's see, we've got somebody new on the KingCast today. It's let's see, how do you pronounce that? Vicon Tarkanian. Yeah, I don't know that person. Who's that person? Hello, Vicon Tarkanian. Hey, Vic, how's it going? Good to see you again. And let's see, we do have somebody. Is that somebody new? Artemimus, have you been on before? My memory's bad, so forgive me if you have been on before. Hey, King, I've started playing Fallout 76 since last weekend, and after one day playing, I was hooked. It's a good game and addictive, like Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I love hearing that. I'm so glad to hear that. Yay. If you need any help, just let me know. If you'd like to play, just let me know. What console are you playing on, or what platform are you playing on? I'd love to know. Okay, I'm way behind. Let's see. Barry says, I'm hyped for more limited time events and rewards because when my friends don't, I can flex on them. Let's see. I think I'm almost caught up with everybody. PS4. Okay. Artemimus. Did I say that right? Artemimus. And there's Jinsta too. Hey, Jinsta. PS4. Yeah. I'm low level on PS4 too, so that would work out great. I've got so many people I need to play with on Xbox or PS4, and I'm so sorry that I haven't played with so many. I've been gone for so long, so many times. I'm so sorry. James says he did look it up. The answer is The Crossing. Okay, I thought it was. Maybe that would be awesome. Like they redid Prey. Maybe they went back and redid The Crossing. That would be great to see Arcane redo that and bring it back. Oh, I would love to see, like a new IP for them to bring that. That would just be wonderful. That would be so great. Artemimus, go to our Discord channel. There's a whole channel on our Discord channel full of PS4 players that have all of their gamer tags on there. So if you need some people to play with, they're right there, and you can look them up. And there's also people on there talking about the game. But if you ever have any questions, need anything, you just holler at me anytime. I love to talk Fallout 76, always. So let's see. Know what I kind of want to see? New skins for the X01, like hunting pelts and actual wasteland-like paints. Have you not seen? There were 3 more that were leaked out. The Raider one that came out for the excavator power armor. Well, there were 3 other power armor skins that were leaked out, and they were all this very radical kind of Raider looking, but they were more like you're saying, animal looking things. I can get pictures of them. I actually tweeted it, and it's been a long time that they were actually leaked out, but they are coming soon, and it'll probably be we may get some in May on May the 9th. So that will be really cool if we can get maybe one more on May the 9th. But yeah, I'd like to see that. And by the way, y'all probably hadn't seen it. They keep adding skins all the time in the Atomic Shop. Anyway, there is a new silver to the excavator. Chimmy has it, and he showed it to me. It is beautiful. The new silver is gorgeous. James says, did you hear the rumor that PlayStation 5 might release in the spring of 2020? Yes. That could mean Starfield as a timed exclusive for a few months, at least until the fall of 2020. Yes, I did hear that, James, and I'm still standing by it 100% that Starfield is going to be some kind of timed exclusive for Xbox. So it may just be, again, it may be 2 weeks, but it's going to bear Xbox's name, just like 76 does. The trailer is going to have Xbox on it, and they're under contract with Xbox, no doubt about it. And, it's coming out whenever the Xbox whatever comes out. So if PlayStation 5, if we start seeing it the spring of 2020, then that is a very, very good sign that you're going to hear about Starfield at next E3. That's a great, great sign, which I think we're going to anyway. So that would be wonderful. Let's see. Looking forward to the Horseman PA skins. Yes, those are some of the ones I was talking about, which look really, really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. The one for the XO1 looked so cool. Yeah, they did. They were really, really, really cool. Big T, I wanted to ask you about Anthem. As far as new content for Anthem, how much new content has Anthem gotten? And I know Anthem had a little trouble at launch. How is it? How is it going now? Since that first time period, has it smoothed out as well? Since that first little rough patch. Manos says, and Starfield's going to release the same year as Cyberpunk. Man, I hope Bethesda won't fall into that trap again. They're going to, Manos. You know it. It's going to happen again. It's just been destined again. Hey, Captain, what's going on? Big T says, not really a lot. The only thing we got so far is the Asylum chess. Okay. Do you have much coming? Is there much content coming for you? And I'm wondering how they and I guess I should know more about Anthem. How are they going to do the content? Is it going to be or have they said yet? Is it going to be pay content? Or are you going to have to pay for it? Is it going to be free content? Or do you have any clue yet? Have they announced it? Oh yeah, the Star Wars game. That Star Wars game looks awesome. I can't wait. Big T says for Anthem, next month is supposed to be the Cataclysm. So that sounds great. And it's supposed to be all free, just like Fallout 76, which is great. And that normally is with online games. Or it is a lot of times for online games. James was talking about the game engine again for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I think you told us, James, but I don't remember. You can tell us again if you want to. That game looks amazing. And I think people are really, really, really hungry for a good. No, I know people are really hungry for a good Star Wars game. I mean, there's no doubt that people are hungry for a good Star Wars game with what has happened with was it called Battlefront? Is that the EA Star Wars games? With what happened with the last one, people are really, really, really hungry for a good Star Wars game. And there's Mr. Dom. Hey, Dom, sir, how are you doing? Great job on your last Fallout song, by the way. The Wanderer was wonderful. DJ says, you got to level 110. That is great. I just hit level 100 on PC. So congratulations on 110. I need to look and see how many hours I have. So dum da dum dum dum. I like that one. That was from Vic, by the way. That's funny. Zonderbrain says I could make a living singing. People would pay me to stop. That's pretty funny. I was going to be a comedian one time, but people just laughed at me, so it didn't really work out. What else is going on? As far as the rest of E3, so we got Doom Eternal, which I cannot wait for, as I said. By the way, Dom, would you like to call into the KingCast? Come on, Dom. You can do it. Come on, Dom. You can do it. Would you? Would you, Dom? Come on, Dom. Let's see. DJ says, Functional displays, display your weapon collection. Yeah. Oh, yes. By the way, we are getting displays. That's another thing that they have told us we are getting. Now, they haven't told us when we're getting them and exactly what, but we are getting displays for our houses. I don't know exactly what kind of displays. I hope we're getting mannequins as well for clothes. I would love to be able to put outfits and armor like we did in Skyrim. Wouldn't that be great as well to be able to do that? I would also, wouldn't you like to be able to display some power armor like we did in Fallout 4? That would be amazing too. So hopefully, and I think if Fallout 76 lasts like they want it to last, I think all of those things will come. I don't know. And maybe, we should worry about this when it happens. When Starfield comes around, I'm afraid that will be the end of Fallout 76. I'm afraid it will just go, Let's see. I can if you hold on for a few minutes, as I just got home and need to shower first. Well, we're not going to smell you over the air. Zonder Bunny says displays for armor, power armor, and weapons would be fantastic. Yes. Gun racks. Oh, that would be great. Yes. James says Unreal Engine 4, but I do believe it's the latest version of the Unreal Destruction technology was shown off earlier this year by Epic Games. Yes. Let's see. Zonder Bunny says, I'm pretty sure weapon displays are confirmed. That is excellent news. Don't forget to sing in the shower, Dom. DJ says, I would like a bar in my camp. Oh, yeah, a bar. Yeah. Coach Toolshed says he can smell you, Dom. So, yeah, go ahead and take your shower. Vault Girl says, hello, Coach. And I will say, hello, Coach. How are you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Artemis says, I have to say, I hope they add crops planters to the buildings made to grow indoors. Yes, that would be a very good thing. That would be well. The little patches of dirt like we had in Fallout 4. That would be great. Do you believe that the Star Wars The Jedi Fallen Order will include a battle royale game mode? The way they're talking about this game, I don't think so. It is really looking like it's going to be more the old-fashioned single-player RPG type, and that's what's got me so excited. So I don't think so, and that's what I'm saying. I think everybody's hungry for a real Star Wars game that's not. What happened with Battlefront has just. I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad that I mean, well, if it's a good enough game, it doesn't need a DLC. But what happened with Battlefront and the games before it, for that matter, it just left people, for such a great franchise anyway, it deserves much better games than it's gotten. Mano says, does 76 still have the glass windows and ceiling from Fallout 4? Because with the planters, Artemis said a greenhouse type of camp would be awesome. I have not seen them. I'm not saying it doesn't. I have not seen them. Somebody else may know. Does Fallout 76 have the full glass? You guys let me know if anybody's seen them. Y'all let me know. According to the GM of Respawn, let's see, Battlefront 2 was a big black eye for EA. Yes, it was. Big time. Star Wars is going to be that one game that is a mix of Minecraft story mode and Spider-Man, meaning the gameplay. I'm super excited for the Star Wars. I think they're going to hit a home run. And DJ, I still have to add you. I'm so sorry. My memory. I forgot, but I'm going to. M2W, hello. Good to have you. Let's see. Zonder Bunny says, I don't think so, Manos. No, I don't think so as well. I don't think so. Vault Girl says, as far as I know, the glass ceilings are not in the game. I agree with Vault Girl. I agree. The old Star Wars game, the Knights of the Old Republic, I still go back and play. What a great game. If we could get a game even close to something, along that kind of classic game for the series, wow, wouldn't that be wonderful again? Thank you, Vault Girl. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, absolutely. And of course, if you're not a member of this channel, be sure and subscribe. If you like Bethesda, hey, we talk about that all the time. Timmy, you're an angel. You've got to be an angel. Thank you so much. Again, y'all are gonna make me cry. So far, you and Vault Girl both have hit the super chat. I think, was it you that did it twice? You did it twice. Oh, I forgot to read what the other one said. See, I'm terrible. He got one. Yay. He got one of the berets for good deal. Timmy got him a beret. That's great. Well, Vault Girl, if I failed to read what your message was on the other one, I'm sorry. And same, Timmy. Sometimes I forget things. Y'all just have to forgive this old man. I'm sorry. Let's see. Zonder Bunny said, I love the Knights of the Old Republic, one of my favorite Star Wars games. I think it is my favorite. I can't think of a Star Wars game that's better. Can you? I dare y'all to think of a Star Wars game that's better than Knights of the Old Republic. I don't think you can. James says, did Mass Effect, the Mass Effect team work on Anthem? That's a good question. Big T would know if the same team worked on Anthem that worked on Mass Effect. Let's see. Very says, I was watching Ox's explanation video before I came here. I haven't seen much of what's going on there. I've seen a little bit of it, but I really liked Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed was good. It sure was good. I agree. It was good. I played it. It was good. Don't know if I'd say it was better, but it was fun. It was good. Mano says every game old BioWare did was amazing. Sadly, BioWare no longer exists. The old BioWare was very good. Why are YouTubers attacking Oxhorn? Do y'all want me to tell you? Okay. 2 reasons. Number one, he is positive and he is a defender of Bethesda. So they call him a shield. He gets called the same thing I get called. And number 2, they are attacking him for 3 reasons. They're attacking his character is what they're doing. They're calling him a hypocrite for saying that people should stay off drugs, and he smokes cigars and drinks alcohol, which, I agree that's not the healthiest thing, but it's not the same thing at all. Number 2, these are kind of the same thing here. They're calling him a bigot because he believes that how does he put it? He prefers heterosexuality. I didn't say that right. And 3, what was the third thing? Oh, there's an old tape where he was calling a woman out on something she wore, and he apologized for it. That was it. So that's the three things that I know of. So let's see. Who is Oxhorn? I like that, Danny Ray. Thank you. Y'all hold on just a minute. Again, I don't know the full story, and I haven't gotten into it, and I really don't want to get into it. I think Dom is clean, y'all. Do y'all want to talk to Dom? Dom.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. Hold on. Let me make sure everybody can hear you. Can y'all hear Dom? Y'all just tell me yay or nay.
Hey, guys. Can everyone hear me? Yes.
Big T says the team that worked on the original trilogy worked on parts of it, but they slowly, whoop, there it went. He went, whoop. Big T says, sing loudly, Dom.
No, I want to do this. Hey, guys, Dom here.
Dom here.
From the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. Sorry.
No, he's doing a king impression. Somebody.
I am the King Dom show. I'm joking.
Somebody was on Twitter today and said the West Virginia word for today is wash, and it means to wash, and I said, hey, that's how we say it in Arkansas too. We put an R in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How are you, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I haven't been home that long.
How is work?
Busy. Yeah, because it's obviously Easter holidays and stuff, so it's very busy at work at the moment.
Yes, I bet.
I wish I could just leave my job and do YouTube full time, which would be very cool, but I can't do that, unfortunately.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, yeah, right. Wouldn't it be nice?
Well, I wanted to get some of your thoughts on some things before we jumped out of here. Real quick, I know you've been enjoying Fallout 76. You and Zonderbunny have been playing a little bit, I heard.
Yes. Big shout out to Zonderbunny. He's been helping me out loads on 76, and we've been having a good time. So yeah, it's been good.
That's great. That's great. Did you
Every time I get stuck, I'm like, do you want to jump on and help me do this quest?
Did you ever fight the Sheepsquatch?
No, I think we needed more players to start the event, or it had already happened, and we had to do the waiting period. But by that point, it was quite late, so I think we just jumped off. But yeah, unfortunately. But then I saw your video, which is a very good video. Everybody go check that out, please.
Thank you. Well, you better.
It looked very tough.
I bet say you better have a lot of stem packs and a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
Because it is tough. And I don't know if you heard how we started the show, but it is pretty much confirmed that there is a real Sheepsquatch coming.
I've seen the image of the Sheepsquatch and stuff. Yeah. And plus they shown it in the trailer, so it's kind of like that is coming.
And I've found a lot of evidence in the game, and now you're actually hearing it in the game. They're actually putting
nice.
They're putting little random encounters where you run into where you'll actually hear it howling in the game. Or can you call it a howl? I didn't know a Sheepsquatch howled, but and Zonderbunny says you run on a nest. I guess it nests too. But I'm anxious to learn where this thing came from, in the Fallout universe, because obviously they made it out. It's going to be like a Deathclaw thing. They made it some way.
The thing with the Sheepsquatch was, do you remember before the game was out and we were all making those kind of videos, like the cryptid videos we were all doing?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do one on the Sheepsquatch, but I didn't know what it was called because if you look back at the No Clip documentary, when they're talking about the lore and history of West Virginia, it's one of the first images you see, like lore-wise. And I was like, oh, they haven't shown that in the trailers. I bet this creature will be involved, because they've shown all the other creatures, but then they didn't talk about the Sheepsquatch. And I was like, oh, maybe that's something. I completely forgot about it, and now here it is.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think I saw your cryptid video before they announced this DLC.
Yes. Yeah. I actually I did a Scary Places on the Sheepsquatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Zonder Bunny says it will be a FEV experiment, and I'm sure, absolutely. I did see one of the leaked, I guess you'd call it a leaked, pictures of the Sheepsquatch, and it still has the tag, like sheep have the little tag in their ear.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have y'all seen that one? It's really cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't wait. That's got me excited. But
yeah. So unfortunately I am late to this stream. So what have you guys been covering?
We spent a lot of time on the Sheepsquatch because there's so much evidence and stuff, and we really talked about Fallout 76 mostly. We really did.
Oh, nice.
That's really what took up the majority of the time, and we were just getting into talking a little bit about E3 and some of the things coming, and then we were talking about Star Wars, the new Star Wars game that was coming as well.
Oh, nice.
In our excitement about that game. What do you think about that new Star Wars game that they've announced?
I'm excited. The first thing I noticed is it's funny because it's the guy that played.
Bye, Vic. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, Vic. Yeah, so I found it funny because it's the guy that plays the Joker in Gotham, and it's funny because obviously the main Joker of all time is Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker. So it's a funny little nod, and he even tweeted about that. But yes, I am excited for a single-player Jedi Star Wars game. It's been a very long time. Yes. I think the last one was like Force Unleashed.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. Yep.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the first one and where it was going, and then very rushed. So technology-wise, EA can provide with a Star Wars game, but it's all the unnecessary things.
If they will.
Known.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they could turn a corner, but then I think they're always going to have that doubt about them. Their shady works that they've done throughout, their history with Star Wars. I mean, the last game nearly got pulled. I mean, Disney, came in and was like, if you continue along this path, we'll take the license from you. So that nearly happened.
But just from what they've announced, it sounds like they're getting the message from what fans are wanting. And that, I like that.
Yeah. Because if this is a success, then they'll realize how much, these type of games do. Instead of, technology was, if you were looking at, obviously, they could have added way more to Battlefront 2. I didn't play it myself, but, on release, there was like 4 maps available and 2 modes, 3 modes.
Right.
Which, for a $60 plus game, especially if that's just standard. And, if you're getting collector's editions for $120 or something like that, you're not really getting your money's worth at release. So if they are putting all of this, with the focus into a single player game instead of relying on online modes to, help finish the game or for people to, buy into on release, then, it could do really well. And it does look like they are going down that route, which, could work out well for them.
You're making a huge point, because just think of it. God of War, what's the Western? My mind just went, what's the Western? It just came out.
Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead. And then compare that to Fallout 76. If developers would just look and see what really, really works, money-wise, why don't they go back to what really, really works.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something. I do kind of want to make a separate video on this one day about my fears for Bethesda's future, and it's just the one that plagues, like Blades, for example. I mean, the base game of Blades is good. It's a mobile game. You got a big story and blah blah blah. But it's the other decisions that BGS made that backfired. It was the perfect thing. I think someone reviewed it and was like, Blades is a good game, but it's plagued by microtransactions. And then every day following up to that, I know, and let me reiterate that they are working on solutions for that, and they have altered the game, and they are taking those things down eventually. But it's not as egregious as EA, where like EA will be like, we'll change this decision in like 6 months, but Bethesda were like, okay, we'll do it next week. And then as I said, I'll explain more of that if I do a video on that. But I hate the idea of people being like, it's a good game, but this makes it bad.
Right.
This something so trivial as online shop makes it bad, and it does, because the decisions are greedy in some people's eyes. And the thing with Blades wasn't very good. I was like, oh, I don't agree with that decision. It seems very left field for them. So yeah, developers just need to kind of put that stuff to rest, or find a happy medium, not just try and jump down and see how much they can get with like EA have done so many times before.
Well, I have a question, and I promise I'm reading everybody's comments. I have a question, and this is for everybody. And y'all know I like Fallout 76, but I'm realistic as well. Speaking of the games I just named, God of War and Red Dead, and we know about quality and all this, but let's really talk money, because we were somebody asked, they wondered if the Atomic Shop was making money, and I said, well, if it's not, 76 won't last. I really wonder how much money difference is there between a game like God of War. That was a successful game. I mean, obviously it was a successful game. Red Dead Redemption, 10 out of 10. Very successful game. But are those games not making as much money as a microtransaction game? Or what's the deal? Why do companies keep going back to, or is it just easier? What's the deal?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily.
Or was it just a fad, and maybe things are going to start going back the way they were?
Yeah, I think times are changing. I know it seems like, as we previously mentioned with Blades, Blades is free. The thing is, mobile's a hard thing, because it's.
I was reading Coach's comment, so I was laughing. I was just telling everybody what I was laughing about.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like times will end up changing, especially as the new generation starts coming in. I mean, look at that. What was it? A couple years ago, that EA got the flack for, again, Battlefront 2, and then even like people at the Game Awards was dissing them live on stage and stuff like that. It's a hard reputation to shake, and I feel like, I mean, to an extent, companies do have to listen to their audience. So yeah, I feel like it's going to phase out. People are not likely to. It'll only put that money forward anymore.
Yeah, it'll only phase out if the money's not there. If the money's there, it'll keep going, because money talks, as you know. Yeah.
They just need to find a happy medium.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it. And as soon as companies start to get greedy, that's when people have issues.
Yeah, Manos just made a good point. Look at Fallout Shelter. The game probably cost only a couple of million, even if that, and it made more than all their other games.
All their other games, yeah.
And that's what everyone's looking for. Everyone wants to hit a home run with Fortnite. Fortnite didn't even finish their game I mean,
No.
that was not the finished product. That's not even what they wanted to put on. they didn't even have their game finished when they put that out there, you know. And now they have this super hit that's still going. You know, that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
And
the thing, reverting back to Bethesda, and sorry, we will get off this topic because I don't like to be too
negative. Yeah, I know.
The reason I don't make videos on this type of things.
Yeah, me too.
It takes a lot out of you. It even just takes a lot of you just to sign in and look at your subscriptions and see, you know, some of your friends or
absolutely,
you know, other content creators. I mean, I get it. Cover it if it's bad, but then like you'll see this, and like you go back on the homepage and you see like a ton of other non-related Bethesda channels just ripping into.
I agree. I know what you mean.
Bethesda over these things that, you know, it's just hard to look at sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, reverting back to Bethesda is the reason I feel like it's with 76 and with Blades, and the reason why they could the reason they may have these, you know, the atomic shop and, you know, these chests or whatever that Blades has. And the reason they have microtransactions in those games is
to pay for the game.
Not only that, but is it to pay for the expansions for that team? Because you have to realize that none of those two teams are Maryland. So these two new teams are brand new teams.
Right.
So are they paying their staff? Are they paying the wages? You know, from these microtransactions, are they keeping the lights on?
That's it.
For these new companies, or for these new expansions, with these transactions, because as we know, most of the development for 76 is Dallas and Blades is by Montreal, who are they're both separate companies. They, you know, obviously Todd manages them, but he's not there. He's in Maryland, and his team's there. So, are these transactions to help keep the lights on these new companies?
Be careful though. I got in trouble for saying something like this the other day. Oh, they made millions with the launch of Fallout 76, but I said that's not the same thing as what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, but the thing is with that is Maryland didn't make that money. ZeniMax made that money.
Right. Yeah, that's
ZeniMax
right.
own every Bethesda company within ZeniMax, so they own its software. They own Bethesda Game Studios. They own Bethesda Softworks, and that money has to be distributed. So, are these expansions, and you know, Todd turning around going, "Well, we want to open 4 more teams," and ZeniMax are like, "Well, here's the money we can do. These guys need to make their own games and publish them under their own name."
Yep.
Well, they have to keep the lights on.
Well, and a point that I made earlier, and you have to find a happy medium. You know, we can, you know, say we hate microtransactions all day long, but you're not going to have free content without microtransactions. I mean, it's impossible. You cannot have free content without microtransactions.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. So, the more the microtransactions make, the better the free content's going to be as well. So you can gripe about the microtransactions all you want, but if those microtransactions don't make money, the free content will stop.
Yeah. Well, that's enough about microtransactions.
Moving on.
Moving on. News time, children.
Yeah. I think because of some of the bad practices, like you were talking about with EA and stuff, it's given people such a bad taste in their mouth that they don't like any microtransactions.
No. But then it's like you said, it works for like companies like Santa Monica with God of War. You know, it does prove that you don't need anything. Like they don't even have DLC, and it won like Game of the Year, and BAFTAs, and you know, a ton of awards. So it works.
Yeah. Well, games didn't used to have DLCs at all. So
no.
Yeah.
No. I'm not necessarily worried about Starfield because again, it's Maryland. So I feel like, you know, they're covered. They'll always be covered, you know. they're the priority studio. So I feel like those kind of things may not happen.
Absolutely.
I can't see. I mean, what are you going to sell in Starfield? I mean,
right.
Online games are different. It's the same with ESO. They do it with, ZeniMax have a hand in 76 as well. So, they have a Crown store, so it's the same thing.
Same thing. All right, no more microtransactions.
No more.
In fact, I can't talk much longer anyway, because I'm about to start a live stream with Lost Prophet on Twitch. So if y'all are on Twitch in just a little bit, y'all come on over and see me play Fallout 76 with the Lost Prophet. But with that said, Dom, tell me what you want to say about anything. The floor is open. If you want to talk about Starfield, whatever you want to talk about, you've got the last 5 or 6 minutes. You just talk away.
Who said Starfield?
You still think it's coming next year? Is that where you're landing?
Especially actually I do want to say that. Especially with I probably will make a video on this as well, with the announcement of PlayStation 5's like details and rough specs kind of thing. They're being very clever, I feel like, as well. Sony are doing their own conference this year, so I feel like PS5 will be announced this year, but probably released next. I mean, it's very out of character for them to even be talking about then next generation console. If it wasn't coming anytime soon.
Do we have
with that news? And it's funny because Scalzi has been covering the information that they actually released for 6 months, which is actually crazy. So that was good on him.
Does Bethesda have any surprises though coming for E3? And I'm talking Bethesda as a whole, Bethesda Softworks, Bethesda as a whole.
Obviously, yes. From what we know or what we can gather, they're obviously going to talk about these new 76 expansions, these new game modes. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Nuclear Winter is about. It seems very interesting. They seem very, passionate about that.
We were talking earlier and hoping that maybe Arcane had a game maybe in the works.
Yeah, that as well with the what was her name?
Well, of course they
the brand manager having an unannounced game on the way. So it could be Arcane. We haven't heard from Arcane in a while, which would be very cool.
Yeah.
I love Dishonored 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I didn't play Death of the Outsider yet, but I love Dishonored and stuff. So
and of course,
and then it depends what kind of mood Todd's in, I guess. If he wants to show us a little sneak peek of Starfield maybe.
Yeah.
But if they did, I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like it will just be another sneak peek. I feel like it will be coming next year, and they'll do a whole deep dive on, because the marketing for Starfield is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think this is a brand new IP, first one in 25 years. The marketing for this, they're going to be posted. Right, actually, no, I take that back. What will happen this year, most likely, is they won't show anything for Starfield on stage, but during interviews and stuff, because obviously Todd's going to be there, Pete's going to be there, we're going to hear more information about Starfield through the interviews with maybe Jeff Keighley or something like that. We'll get something about Starfield if they don't show anything. But yeah, that's what I think.
Well, with Doom Eternal, you've got Rage just coming out. If we get a Arcane, maybe a Dishonored 3 or a new IP, and then with what 76 is coming, that's going to be a great E3. Just with that. And then of course, if a Starfield sneaks up in there, then it would just be a wow, crazy.
It would be the very last thing they show.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're willing to show graphical details at PAX.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Elder Scrolls. Yes.
Not even Starfield. The Elder Scrolls. Well, I get it was the celebration of 25 years, and I guess that does help.
But they used to be so secretive. They have really loosened up. They have really loosened up.
This,
I do too.
It adds more mystery without being like, because sorry, I am taking time, but taking up your time. Sorry, I used to get nervous about Fallout 4 because I think at this point it was before Fallout 4's announcement, and me and my friend used to watch Matty for years.
Bye, Very Berry. We're about to stop. I promise.
Oh, sorry, but yeah, I used to watch Matty for years about like news updates. Is Starfield coming at this? No, Starfield. Is Fallout 4 coming at this event, or are we going to get a little tease? And then Matty'd always come on and be like, "Oh, sorry guys, no, it wasn't there." And then we'd be like, "Oh," this is before I make YouTube videos. Yeah. And yeah, I kind of like this new thing because at least we know it's coming.
Yeah.
And we can speculate and do stuff around that, knowing that
it makes our job a lot easier, doesn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Well, Dom, thank you so much for just hopping on with no. I didn't call you beforehand or nothing. You just hopped on. I appreciate that so much. Thanks everybody for showing up for the KingsCast. I appreciate. Thank you, Vault Girl and Timmy, for giving on the super chat. Y'all are so sweet. Thank y'all so much, everybody, for all the support you give the KingFanMan. Y'all just humble me so much each and every day. I know y'all could do so much with your time, so much with your money, and you choose to do for me, and I appreciate that. Happy Easter, Vault Girl. Happy Easter to all y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Be with your family. Be safe. Bye, guys. Happy Easter. Thanks, Dom.
No worries.